Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to take a look at how the time zone feature in the PracticeMaster calendar makes it easy to schedule meetings across time zones. Enabling the time zone feature in PracticeMaster allows you to specify a time zone when entering events or tasks. PracticeMaster will then display those records on each user's calendar according to their local time zone. To enable the time zone feature, open the Utilities menu and select Time Zone Configuration. Note that once the time zone feature has been enabled, this menu option will no longer be displayed. Once you select the I understand checkbox and click the Enable Time Zones button, a time zone field is added to the calendar form. For existing calendar records created prior to enabling this feature, no time zone will be specified. These records will behave in the system the same way as in prior versions of the software. Keep in mind that specifying a time zone on pre-existing records may change the display time for users depending on their local time. If a time zone is specified, be sure to notify all users assigned to it. To access your time zone settings, simply right-click anywhere on the calendar and select Calendar Properties. On the Time Zone tab, you have the option to automatically or manually set your time zone. We recommend setting your time zone to automatically match your Windows settings. Additionally, you can choose whether asterisks are shown on records that do not have a time zone specified. Let's take a look at the time zone field on a new entry. To add a new event, click the Add Record button in the toolbar. Next, enter information about the record such as the date, calendar code, description, and comments. Then, enter the start time and end time. Notice that the time zone field is based on your settings in Calendar Properties by default. You can easily change the time zone by clicking the drop-down arrow and selecting a time zone from the list. For example, let's say that our current time zone is Central Time, and we need to schedule a conference call with a client for 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Once the start time is set to 10 a.m., just enter any other information about the record and click Save. Back on the calendar, the record time will adjust for the time zone that you're currently in. Since we're currently in Central Time, the record shows as 9 a.m. on the graphical calendar. If a user in Eastern Time views the calendar, their graphical calendar will show 10 a.m. Similarly, if the user travels to a different time zone and views their calendar using Tabs 3 Connect, the calendar will be displayed in that local time. It's important to note that although the graphical calendar will display the record time based on what time zone the user is currently in, drilling down into the full record will display the time based on how the record was last saved. If you synchronize your PracticeMaster calendar with Outlook, the time zones for each event will synchronize as well, making your firm calendar work seamlessly. And that's all it takes to work with and manage time zones in PracticeMaster. For more information about how time zones work, check out Knowledge Base article R11836, PracticeMaster Time Zone Overview. Thanks for watching. See you next time.